Hi, guys. Nice to see you again. Welcome to the Spirit Guide Show. I already saw we have lots of people from around the world, and I love that Hong Kong is from Medicine Hat in Alberta. I've never heard about that place, but it sounds awesome, Medicine Hat. Anyway, I hope you can see me and hear me. Let me know in the chat. Just type yes or no, so I know, that you can hear me and see me. And while you're at it, share this show with anyone who might be interested in getting to know their spirit guide. There is a share button. Still don't know, either up here or up there. You can see it. Click it. Invite your friends, family, anyone who might be interested. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that you can see me. Carolina says yes. Oops. Ryan says yes. Teresa says yes. Lydia says yes. Thank you so much. If you are watching on YouTube or on Facebook, find the link in the description, either above or below. Click on that link. Come on over here to Crowdcast, because only here can I give you a mini reading. If you don't want a reading, you can watch on Facebook and on YouTube. But if you want a reading, now is the time to come over and join us here on Crowdcast. If you have any tech issues, like you can't hear me or see me, but everyone else can, then the best way to fix it is to refresh your screen, your browser. That usually solves the problem. If you see someone else who has tech problems, please tell them that to refresh their screen, their browser, because I miss a lot that's going on in the chat, because I'm talking to you guys, and it would be great if you helped each other out. Now, let me introduce myself. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Yamile Yemoonyah, and I'm a spirit guide medium, which means that I can sense other people's spirit guides around them and give them messages from their guides. I'm also a Hay House author, and my book, The 7 Types of Spirit Guide, is out now, and you can order it here. I'll put that in the link for those of you who haven't read my book yet. I know a lot of you have, and I know a lot of you like it. So thank you so much for reading it. If you have read my book already, I'm super, super grateful. And it would be amazing if you could leave me a review on Amazon or on Goodreads or the Hay House website or wherever you bought it. That helps me a lot, because then it gets put in front of more people, and more people who need the book can read it. So thank you for leaving an Amazon review or somewhere else. Thank you so much. All right, so we have lots of people here. Maria is here from Northern California. Maria, I saw your email. I will reply tomorrow, the latest. And this is true for anyone who sent me an email and hasn't gotten a reply yet. You will get a reply. It's just like I'm getting so many emails at the moment, which I'm super happy about, but I can't keep up. But now I have 2 weeks of holidays, so then I can start getting down to inbox 0 again. Anyway, so on this episode of the Spirit Guide Show, we will do a full hour of mini readings. Maybe I'll answer some questions. I'm not sure yet. And I'm doing so many readings because we have so many new people. And I know that all of you are here to get a mini reading. So I'm happy to do as many as I can. Like I said, I will be on holidays for the next 2 weeks. Well, holidays here at home. But I will not work. I need 2 weeks off and just like be in my pajamas on the couch and do nothing. And after my holidays, so we'll start again on Saturday, January 9th. So we're moving the Spirit Guide Show from Sundays to Saturdays so that I can have like Sundays and Mondays off. I need like a weekend. I need like 2 days for myself. Otherwise, it's just a little bit too much. So we're moving it to Saturdays, and we will start January 9th, and we will do the book club then. So anyone who has bought the book got some bonuses. Number 1, the book club which means we're gonna read and work through the book together. And then by the end of January, we are going to do a spirit guide ceremony as described in the book together. So that's something to look forward to. Pay attention to your emails. I will send out an email about that sometime before January 9th. Like I said, if you haven't ordered the book yet, or you haven't signed up for the bonuses yet, here you go. This is where you do it. Oh, hold on. It's not, give me 1 sec. It's not posting. 1 second, please. Okay, here you go. That's the link where you can, get the bonuses, get the book. All right, so again, let's get started with the readings. And again, if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, find the link above or below in the description. Click that link, come on over here, because only here can I do a mini reading for you. All right, so Anna says we lost you. Can you guys still see me? Am I still here? Or is it just Anna? Let me know in the chat, please, so I know that I'm not just talking to myself. Let me know in the chat, and I'll keep talking until then. Okay, great. So everyone else can see me. Great. Okay, thanks. All right, so before I get started with the readings, there are 5 things that you need to know. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know that you can see me. All right, so did you miss any of what I said? I'm not sure. On and off? Well, then let me recap real quick. I'm not sure if you guys saw this. So I'm on holidays for the next 2 weeks. After that, on Saturday, January 9th, we're going to start again with the show, but I'm moving it from Sunday to Saturday. And we will start then with the book club, which comes with, if you ordered the book, and I put the link in the description, you can find the link on my website. If you ordered the book, you will have free access to the book club, which means we are going to read the book together and work through it together. And we will finish the book club with a spirit guide ceremony, which is free for everyone who bought the book. So go get the book if you haven't gotten it yet. And that's it. So, and before I can start doing the readings, there are a few things that you need to know. First of all, I have my own definition of spirit guides, which is that any kind of being from the higher realms that is connected to us in unconditional love and wants to help us on our spiritual path or in day-to-day life is a spirit guide. This includes 7 different types. Number 1, angels. Number 2, ancestors. These could be ancestors that you've known, like grandparents, great-grandparents, but are mostly ancestors from further back, hundreds, thousands of years back, and sometimes from past lives. Number 3, nature beings, nature spirits are elves, fairies, gnomes, etc., basically the souls of nature. Number 4, star beings, otherwise known as aliens. But I don't like to call them that because especially when I do one-on-one readings with clients, I don't want people to get scared because they watched scary Hollywood movies, because that's not what it's like. Spirit guides who are star beings are very, very friendly. Number 5, as are all spirit guides, that's their job. They are connected to us in unconditional love. There are no evil spirit guides. It's just, that doesn't work together. Number 5, ascended masters, were once humans here on Earth, but left the reincarnation cycle after reaching enlightenment. Number 6, deities. So gods and goddesses from all over the world, every culture, every spiritual tradition. And last but not least, animal guides. So these are the spirit of an entire species, like fox spirit, for example, that's not an individual fox. It's the spirit of the entire species. So any of these 7 types can come through for you today during the reading. Be aware that even if you know one of your guides, it might be a different one coming through. That's because we all have a team of guides, a core team that stays with us our entire life, or sometimes even several lifetimes. And then we have the experts that come and go. So these are, they can help you through difficult situations in life. And they will come to help you with that, and then they leave again. So when I do a reading for you, be that here, like the mini readings or a one-on-one reading, then the spirit guide that has the most important message at this point will be the one that steps forward. And also, this is the most important part, you get the message that you need to hear, which might be different from what you want to hear or what you expect to hear. So some of us might think about, let's say, our love life. Should I get married to Harry or Barry? And your spirit guide is like, that's not even important because you're not going to get married to any of these. So let's talk about what's really important. And yes, for you, that might be important in that moment, but when it comes to like the bigger picture, it isn't. So they won't talk about that. They will talk about something completely different. So I hope you have an open mind. And here's how I work. I close my eyes because it helps me to focus. That's the only reason. I will be a little bit like this, like I'm listening. That's not that. And I have to explain, I don't get my messages as words. I get them as downloads, which is called claircognizant, in like sudden insights, downloads. I just know things. And with visuals, which means clairvoyantly. And that's how I get the messages for you. And for me, it's like I pick up the phone, I don't dial, I just see who's there, and then I will tell you whatever I get. And sometimes the messages, because the messages aren't for me, they are for you. So sometimes they don't make sense to me. And then I have to ask you, like, does that make sense to you? Do you understand that? And I have a silly example that I always mention. Let's say I get a visual of an older lady standing on a chair, balancing a banana on her nose. And I'm like, I have no idea what that means. So I will tell you, this is what I see. And then I will ask you, does that make sense to you? It doesn't to me. And then you will be like, yeah, that's my grandmother. She has passed and she always did that to make me laugh when I was small. I don't know that. So I have to ask you. So that's why I sometimes ask, do you understand this? Does this make sense? All right, so now here's what you need to do to get a mini reading. Obviously, I can't do mini readings for 200 people. So I will pick randomly, and I know that Spirit will pick the right people to get a reading today. If you don't get a reading, don't be disappointed. Pay attention to the messages that I give other people, because your spirit guides know that you are here, and they will oftentimes use other people's messages to get a message to you. So basically, if someone here gets a message, it's oftentimes a message for 10 others as well. If it feels like it makes sense for you, then take it as a message from your guide to you, even though I'm not doing it directly for you. So pay attention. All right, so here's what you need to do. I want you to find the Ask a Question section. Oh, by the way, last time someone made the suggestion to for me to like show a screenshot. I forgot to do it this time. Thank you for that suggestion. It makes super sense. I will do that in the future. Anyway, so find the Ask a Question section. It's like right under this green button that says book a reading if you're on your laptop or on a desktop. If you're on your phone, it's different for different phones. On my iPhone, I need to click on See Chat. And then at the bottom, there's a little question mark. If you click on that, then you will see it too. Anyway, so go there. And then type, not newbie, this time you're going to do something else. This time type first time, nothing else. No question, no whole sentences, no thank you, no please, just first time so I can quickly find you. I promise I won't think you're rude. So just first time, type that in the ask a question section, not in the chat, in the ask a question section. It's a different thing. In the chat, it's too fast. I can't see you. It just like goes by. So find the ask a question section, type first time. If you see someone typing it in the chat, please help me out and direct them towards the ask a question section, especially if they're coming in later. All right, again, not in the chat. Sue and Ines, find the ask a question section. It's not the same as the chat. All right. Let's see. Did I forget anything? I have my notes here because otherwise I always forget something. Yes, one last time, if you are watching on YouTube or on Facebook, you have to come over here to Crowdcast. Only here can I do a reading for you. If you just want to watch, that's fine, stay there. But if you want a mini reading, go to the link in the description, either above or below, but depending on where you're watching, come on over here, and only here can I do a reading for you. All right, let's see. Okay. I see a lot of people already said newbie before I even said anything. So today it's first time, it's not newbie. Just to like do things a little bit differently. By the way, all you Londoners out there, I hope like the new rules don't interfere too much with your Christmas. I hope you still have a good Christmas time. For everyone else, London just got put into a super strict lockdown yesterday because there's a new strain of the virus. And yeah, so we're in lockdown. And we can't go anywhere for Christmas. We can't mix with other households. We all have to just stay home with ourselves. Anyway, so I'm going to invite Aria. Oh, I forgot this part. To get a mini reading, I'm going to invite you on screen, which means if I invite you, you get a little pop-up that says that I invited you. You say yes, you come on screen, and I'll do the reading for you. If you don't want that, that's totally fine. You can also book a one-on-one session with me. See the button down there, the green ones that says book a reading. But like here, you need to be on screen to do a reading. Okay, so I'm going to invite Aria. And please also remember, this is really only for first timers. If you've had a reading before, either a mini reading or a one-on-one reading, this is not for you right here. This is just for people who've never had one. Oh, and we already have someone. Hi, Aria.
Hi.
Is that how to pronounce your name? Is that right?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, perfect. Where are you in the world?
I'm in New Jersey in the United States.
All right. Yeah, I have family there, actually.
Do you? I have family in Ireland, so.
Well, there you go. Worldwide families. All right, so let me see who I can get for you today. Oh, sorry. Give me one sec. Sorry, it's taking a little bit longer. I need to tune in. All right, here's a goddess for you. And it's, I'm not sure if it's really Kali, but it's like that kind of goddess. It's definitely like a warrior goddess. Not one of the super nice ones that are like really kind and friendly, like Kuan Yin. This is a powerful one. And that does not mean that this goddess is bad. Please don't misunderstand. She's just really powerful, and she says you are similar. Like you're not someone that gets pushed around easily. You will be like, no, that's not what we're going to do. And she says that, and yeah, to an extent, this is true for everyone this year, but you had to let go of some things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And that, so basically, that these things, I'm not even sure if it's like things or people, but you had to let go of some things that were difficult to let go of. Would you understand that as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and she says, yes, I know that was / is difficult, but she wants you to see the silver lining in things. She says, yes, that's difficult. And it's not like it had to happen, but it's more of a, okay, this happened. Now, what can I take from that situation that is good for me and my life and my family or my community? What can I take from that whole process that will help me step into my power, that will help me shine my light? Every situation also always has something positive that you can take from it, and she wants you to focus on that. And she says, you're a very strong woman. In past lives, you've been a warrior, and not as a man, but as a woman. There are a lot of things that are coming towards you that are positive, and she wants you to know that and to honor the process of transformation that you are going through. And even if it sometimes feels like chaos and destruction, that will not last. Better times are on their way. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense and helps you.
Yeah, it does actually. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I hope that you have a really, really awesome 2021. You
Thank
deserve it.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So let's see. Let's invite some more people. All right. Don't forget, here you have to find the ask a question section and click first time. If it is your first time, if you've ever had a reading from me before, then no, because I can't do 200 mini readings. And if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you have to come over here to Crowdcast to get a reading. Find the link in the description above or below, depending on where you're watching. All right. Okay, here we have someone. I'm going to invite, I don't know, there's no name. Lily. Okay. And I'm going to invite Monica and Chloe. Oh, there are more. And Deborah. Let's see. We have someone here. Hi, Monica.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm in a really good mood.
Excellent.
Let me see who I can get for you. Let me mute everyone else first. Chloe, I'm muting you now. You'll be after Monica. There was someone else, but I think we lost that person. Oh no, there's someone else too, which is Deborah. Deborah, I'm muting you too. And you will get your turn later. All right, let's start with Monica. All right, Monica. I think I know who's coming for you. Let's see. Sometimes it's really easy. I just look at someone and I already know, and sometimes it takes a while. All right, Monica, there's an angel here for you, a female angel. And as angels like to do when they want to talk about work, they give me a symbol. And they basically show up in a business suit, a white business suit, very angelic. And that means I want to talk about Monica's work. So let's see. Oh, and usually this means that you, Monica, either already run your own business or have thought about it, or it is at least like a secret dream. Would that make sense for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's see. Right. She says, your angel, that it's interesting. It seems like a theme today, like it's about wrapping up this year. So for you, she says that this year has shown you that you really need to go for what you want in life, and that that you don't want to waste time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she basically says that you have that you went through a transformation in the sense of really reprioritizing things, and also kind of going through your values and seeing what's still relevant for you and what isn't. And really, as if you kind of like spring cleaning, but more when it comes to, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? What are my values? What can I discard off? Let's see. And that you're actually pretty clear about where you want to go. Do you understand that?
Sort of. Don't know about clear.
It's funny because people always say that, and their spirit guides are always like, she knows exactly. She just doesn't trust herself when it comes to these things. So that's kind of like the reaction I'm getting from your angel, that here you are kind of clear, but like it's more here that and this is true for many people, and me included, that we just like kind of talk ourselves out of like the sense of like clarity that we have here, that we have dreams that we want to pursue, that we have things that we want to do, but then we think, yeah, but what if, or maybe not, or maybe that's too much, or that's too little, or whatever we tell ourselves. But let's see. Right, so she wants you to do an exercise. She says, sit down with like pen and paper, or your laptop or your phone, anything that you can write, that you can use to write, and write down the things that you actually really want in your life. You can list them. You can do it like can make it a story. That's totally up to you. But write it all down. Do not, when you say something like, I would really like to live in a, I don't know, 10-bedroom villa, just making this up as an example. Do not write that down and then right after say, but I can't afford it or something. Forget about that stuff. Just write down what you want in your life, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what your values are, how you want to live your life. Write that down. Again, no buts. And then have that somewhere where it's accessible for you and go through it once every month over the coming year. And she says your soul and your spirit are very clear where you need to go. So just follow that. And she says it's important that you do that. Because there is someone you're inspiring. Do you have like a daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I saw like a younger child. I don't know what her age is, but they sometimes like they just showed me like a child. It could be that it's that age, maybe not. But so anyway, it's important because in that sense, like how you live your life over the next year is going to be important for your daughter as well as an inspiration.
That makes sense.
So if you really put your all into living the life you want, that will have an impact on her. It will show her, this is how I live my life. This is how I teach you to live life. So it's important that you get over your own butts and over your own talking yourself out of things that you really want or value or whatever, and just like go for it. And so that's why you're getting this exercise. And she says you can call her Angie the angel.
Angie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Go for your dreams.
Thank you. That makes a lot of sense to me right now.
Okay, awesome. I'm curious, like, have you already started your business or are you still thinking about it?
It's just something I've always kind of thought about, but it just doesn't seem clear. And I do have always a lot of buts. There's always a lot of buts for me.
No buts when you write it down.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right. I don't remember who was first, so we're going to go with Chloe first, and then we'll go with Deborah. Hi, Chloe. Where are you in the world?
Hello. Hi. Quite close to you. I'm in Essex, in the southeast of England.
Are you also in tier 4 here or not? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually in bed with COVID at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, so sorry to hear that. But you're still kind of okay, yeah?
I'm okay, thanks.
Okay, good to hear that.
Yeah, thankfully it's mild, so yeah.
Good. Well, speedy recovery. All right, let me see who's here for you.
Thank you.
All right, this one's hiding a little bit. I think it's an animal guide, but I can't see it yet clearly. All right, yes, it's an... Sorry that I'm laughing. You'll understand it in a sec. It's an animal guide, and it's I think this is only the second time ever that this guide has come through. It's a skunk. I don't even know if they exist in the UK. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, it's a skunk, and it is telling me it's not one of your main guides. It's an expert, as I call them. So one of the ones that come in to help us and then leave again. And it's telling me that it's with you right now to show you how to set boundaries. And I had to laugh just now because, as you know, a skunk can produce some smells that humans really don't like. And so they stay away from places where skunks are, and with the boundaries, that was kind of funny. So you do not have to like produce bad smells to set your boundaries. You can do that in more, in other ways. But let's see. It's a male, by the way. Okay, so the skunk says that you are one of these people that have a hard time saying no. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so and that comes from your childhood. He doesn't want to go into details, but I have a feeling that you had that you went through some hardships in your childhood, and that your boundaries were overstepped in certain ways. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So that's why you have a hard time now to set boundaries yourself, because you never learned that it's okay to have boundaries, because other people kind of like overstepped your boundaries. But now it's time to set these boundaries. Now it's time to really, for yourself, find out what's okay for other people to do and what's not okay. And he wants you to know that you do not have to set these boundaries according to other people's boundaries. Other people might find it totally okay that people come to your house unannounced or to their house unannounced. Maybe you don't. And that's totally fine. It's about what you want, what you want in your life, what's okay for you, what's not okay for you, how do you want other people to interact with you, and that has nothing to do with other people, how they like it. There is no right and wrong. It's really just about listening to yourself. What do you want for yourself? What kind of life do you want to live? How do you want your relationships to look like? Be it intimate relationships, be it friendships, be it family, whatever it is, really think about this. What are the things that really tick you off when people do it to you? And then tell them, I don't want this. You don't have to be unfriendly about it. Just set your boundary and say, listen, I don't like it when you just come over with unannounced. Why don't you just give me a call before, and then I'm happy to tell you if it's okay or not. So in that sense, the skunk wants you to think about your boundaries and start setting them in this upcoming year. And he says, look at I don't know if you're into astrology at all, but there you will also, if you look at your astrology, you will see that boundaries come up this upcoming year. So yeah, this is your year for learning to set boundaries. And he will be with you during that time. And if you have a hard time setting boundaries, you can just visualize that you call in your skunk, and that he puts his odor in like the corners where you don't want people to come. So just as in like set the intention, just like other people visualize a bubble of white light around them, you can visualize your skunk scaring people away with his smell. I think
It makes me laugh even more because I've lost my sense of smell.
Oh, well, good for you. That's why he's with you and not with anyone else. Oh, God, that's funny.
Made me laugh. Thank you.
Well, I hope this really helps you, and I hope this makes sense to you. Make this next year about boundaries. That's always a good lesson to learn. I have to work on that myself as well, and I'm sure a lot of people here do, because like we sensitive types always have problems with boundaries somehow. So, well, first of all, really, I hope you recover quickly and enjoy the holidays, and see you next year. All right, bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
You're very welcome. Bye. All right, and now we have Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Hello.
Where are you in the world?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. All right. Let's see. Okay. You're definitely one of the people. I just had to look at you and I knew what type of guide was going to come through. And that's also true. It's a goddess. Let me see what the details. All right, so she's not giving me like a name, but she says she's the goddess of learning and wisdom. All right, and she says that you are either already embarking on a new phase in your life or are about to, that involves learning something new. Does that make sense to you?
Maybe.
Okay. Right. Okay. So this actually has to do with you. Okay. So this is a double thing. So on the one side, this is about you learning something new, how to do something new, but you are learning it because really you are invited to share your wisdom with the world in some form. So this is about basically like something you have learned in the past, to take it, to somehow package it in a way and then gift it to the world. And what you're learning is how to share your wisdom. So this could be, and these are just examples, but writing a book, for example, starting a YouTube channel, or just like, putting together a workshop, teaching people something. That is what I'm getting. And she says she's here to invite you to open up to that new learning, to that new phase of learning something new. Because she says you're a little, what's the word? Hesitant about it. Does that make sense?
Not really.
No, you've never thought about like either writing a book or start doing a workshop or somehow sharing like your knowledge with the world?
No.
Interesting. Well, maybe then that's coming up because that's what she's telling me.
Okay.
Let me ask again, just to make sure that I don't misunderstand. Yeah, definitely. This is like kind of like teaching in some way. Don't see this like as in the sense of like teacher. It could be in a way that is not typical, but in some way it's about you sharing your wisdom. Yeah, definitely. Curious. So you've never thought about doing anything like that?
No.
Well, then maybe
Unusual.
just see what happens next year. Maybe it's something that will suddenly come to you for one reason or another. Let me check one last time just to make sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's what I'm getting. Well, I'm curious now, like whenever it does happen that you suddenly think, oh, maybe I should do something like this, send me an email. I'm curious to
I
see
will.
if it happens, when it happens. Yeah, interesting. But that's how it is. Well, thank you so much for coming. I really hope that
you.
at some point it starts to make sense to you. And like I said, I'm curious when it happens. By the way, I love your hair. It's really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
I
right.
hope the holidays are fantastic for you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's interesting. Let's see if we have more people. What time is it also? I could do maybe one or two more. All right, I'm going to invite, not sure how to pronounce your name, Spella. And I'm going to invite Joy. Let's see if someone shows up. I don't want to invite too many people and then I can't give them a reading. That's a bit... Nope, no one's showing up. Okay, then I'm going to invite Teresa. And we're going to go with Joy first. Hi, Joy. How are you?
Hi, I'm excellent. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sure. Are these dragons in the background?
Yeah.
Behind? They're beautiful. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let's see. No, they're asking me to take a look at you again. Oops. Sorry. Have to mute everyone else. Okay. All right, so there are some ancestors here for you. Specifically, one lady, I want to say she's about your age. All right, so this is about your ancestor coming through to talk about your healing abilities. Are you aware that you have healing abilities?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of.
I haven't really believed it properly in the past, but I have had an increasing sense of something being there.
But have you been told by like other psychics, mediums, or anything that you have healing abilities, or have you discovered it yourself?
I've tried some energy techniques and been told that people who are sensitive to the energy can sense the energy from me, But because I haven't been able to feel it myself or sense it myself, I sort of didn't believe in myself.
Right.
If that makes sense.
And here's a quick tip from me. Usually the healers, or oftentimes, maybe not usually, but oftentimes healers don't feel the energy.
Okay.
That's totally normal. Oftentimes healers will just be there and like maybe use their hands, like just sending energy, and they don't feel anything, but the person they're working with feel like changes in their energy field. So that's no reason to not believe it. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, so about healing abilities. She's wearing kind of like a funny hat, and it's white, and it's a little bit like a chef's hat, in a sense that it like straight here and then it goes out a little bit, but it's not like high and then it's like this. Can you even see that? So chef's hat would be like this, and then it goes out like this a little bit. This one is like the part that goes out is right on her head and flattened a little bit, but it's almost like it goes like this and then like this. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't know how to describe it any better. And she was a healer herself. And she says, you've been a healer in a past life. Okay. And she says that in that past life, you were really good at healing, but one time it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, and that you couldn't heal that person. I don't know what happened, but that person might have died. It has nothing to do with you, in the sense it wasn't your fault, so please don't misunderstand. But you just weren't able to help that person the way you wanted to, and you were really disappointed by that and kind of like gave up healing and kind of thought, well, it didn't work and it's just not, I don't want to do it anymore. And in this lifetime, she says, it's about time that you reconnect with that ability and take it on again and use it again. Because she says you're basically cutting off a part of yourself, because the healing is a very integral part to you. And if you cut it off, then you are not whole. And you need to be whole to really keep on going on your journey as a soul. So in this lifetime, it's time that you bring back that healing ability, that you forgive yourself for failing. You didn't fail, you just thought like that in that lifetime, and that you get on with it, basically, and that you move on and move further and just keep going. And so, basically it's about healing yourself in the sense of forgiving yourself. And even though there is nothing to forgive because you didn't do anything wrong, but forgiving yourself and then moving on. So it's really important for you that you explore these healing abilities in any way that you like. You could start doing Reiki or Theta healing or any kind of healing. It really doesn't matter. But that you do something with it and rediscover it for yourself and then see wherever it leads you. Because that will kind of like, make you whole again and remove like that block that keeps you from going where you want to go, because you're not. The thing is, if we are not whole and a part of us, we push away a part of us, be it consciously or unconsciously, we can't move forward. And so your ancestor is saying, bring all that back, and then you can move forward. Yeah, I think that's it. And I think this ancestor, no, I'm not sure where this is. I was trying to figure out where from. I'm not sure. Do you have like, are you aware if you have any German roots?
Not really. I mean, I've had, ancestry DNA test, and I sort of go a little bit into Northern Europe. So with a little bit of Scandinavia and potentially just sneaking into Germany. But as they get more, more people subscribing, it may change again. So
Yeah.
I've always had an affinity for Germany and the German language, though.
Oh, maybe that's it then. Because, I'm really not 100% sure, but there was something that kind of like said Germany somehow. So maybe that's it. Interesting. Anyway, I hope that helps you and supports you on your way forward. And go for it with the healing. Try it on yourself.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. So we have two more. We're going to go with Spela first. So tell me, is that how I pronounce your name?
Spela.
Spela. Okay.
Yes,
Where are you from, Spela?
I'm from Slovenia.
Ah, okay. Yes, that makes sense with the name. All right, let me see. No, asking me to look at you again. Okay. Also hiding a little bit. All right, it's an angel. It's a female. Actually, is it? Let me see. Yeah, female. So your angel is telling me that you are, more the quiet type. So you might not always be the center of attention, or you're more like, you like to be more in the background and observe before you interact. Does that make sense?
No.
No?
No.
Interesting. Today, I don't know what's up with you, spirit guides. Interesting, because the thing is, like, she shows me or tells me like that you are hiding. So usually, here's why. So usually when spirit guides, when they come in and they kind of like hide, especially if they show themselves like as if they are like far away in the background, or if sometimes they will show themselves like with a wall and they're kind of like looking around the wall. That always, it's kind of like a symbol. It always means that the person I'm interacting with, you in this case, is more of a quiet person, or is like hiding a part of themselves. And so that's what she did. And she still says that's true. So let me ask you something. If you're not like a more quiet person, is there a part of you that you do not like to show others?
Well, my partner says emotions, so feelings, probably.
There we go. Okay.
I mean, this could be the one. Or let's say that I'm returning from maternity and finding my place, what to do next, and I have a clear idea. I just probably need to show up and do it. This would make sense.
I think it's about the emotions, but let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I still can't clearly see her. So there's definitely something about you not showing others. And basically, what I'm getting is that it is time for you to show yourself more. That it's not, and I'd like the real you. So I don't know for sure, but maybe you have like kind of and I don't mean this in a negative sense, but that you have like kind of a mask that you put on when you go out, or that you show people, or sometimes we, sorry, this is coming from me. Sometimes we change over time, and then people know us in one way, and we don't want to show like how we changed. In that sense, that's where it goes, kind of. And she's kind of what she's showing me is like she's kind of like, sometimes she comes really close, like I can see her face like this, and then she goes way far back again. And so it's almost like she's showing me like what you do. Like sometimes you show yourself very clearly, and then you go back again, and you kind of like hide. So and it's a little bit similar to the message before in the sense that there is a part of you that needs to be integrated a bit more into like you. There's a part of you that you kind of put away or don't show, or are even like a little bit maybe ashamed of or afraid of, and it's time to bring that in and to realize that you can show that to others as well, and that you will not be judged, at least not by the people that love you, and the rest doesn't matter.
That makes sense.
Okay. And so, yeah, it's about like bringing that part in. It's almost like this is a terrible example, but it's the only one I can think of right now. But it's a little bit like you have 4 kids and one kid you don't want to show because there's something going on with that kid. And so it's time to bring that kid back in. and also so that you're whole and that you can go forwards as a whole person, and that will have an effect on your life in the sense that you will feel more at peace with yourself and the world, and you don't feel like you have to perform in some way, because that's what I'm getting. That sometimes it's almost like you go out there into the world and it's a little bit like you're performing, and then you go back home and you're exhausted because basically you weren't fully yourself, but you're showing a part of you that you think that's what's expected of you. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yes. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. And she says you're such a beautiful soul. Like you have she says you have a really beautiful soul, like with all kinds of like beautiful colors that shimmer and glitter and shine. And there are lots of facets to you that might not always seem to fit together, but they do. And all of them are of value to you and to others and to the world. And she says it's similar to if you pick an outfit and you think, well, these colors don't really go together. But in this case, it's you. And even though you might think it doesn't all go together, it does. And it's about you seeing your own beauty and showing that also to the world. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad we figured it out a little bit.
Yeah. Thank
you so much for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, and we have Teresa. Let me check real quick in the chat. I missed a lot. I want to see if I missed anything. Sorry, give me 1 minute or 10 seconds, really. Okay. All right, Teresa. Where are you?
California.
Oh, nice. Where in California?
San Diego.
Oh, beautiful city. I love it there.
Warm.
Yes, not like here where it's raining and raining and raining lately.
You could use the rain, though. Send it our way.
I will. Go, please. All right, let's see. Teresa, you have nature spirits with you.
Interesting.
And they live with you at home in your plants. Do you have a lot of plants?
Yeah, more than I used to. Not a lot, but more than I used to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you get them recently or something?
Yes.
Okay. Right, so they are here, as they often are, to help you manifest something, to bring something into the world, to bring something, to create something out of nothing or channel something from the spirit world into our 3D world. And this is definitely something that could increase your money flow. But that's not even the point. The point is the creation process. And by the way, this is a male nature spirit. And interesting enough, he's wearing like a, I don't even know what exactly he is. Kind of like a little gnome. No, not gnome. I'm not sure. He has like pointy ears, but really long pointy ears like this. And he's greenish. And he's wearing like a little top hat, which is kind of cute. And he's funny. Like he just took off his top hat and like bowed and then put it back on. And he says, at your service. Yeah, and he wants to help you manifest the things that you want in your life. And it's specifically about one project. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think it has to do with something that you do with other people. Does this make sense to you at all? Like, is there something that you're working on or thinking about creating with other people?
Well, I just started as an astrologer, so that is new for me this year. And I'm also starting a new part-time job, which probably is not what you're referring to, but I feel like the astrology is where my focus is supposed to be.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. And of course, as an astrologer, you work with other people. Yeah. Okay. So, and it brings money. So yes. Yeah, like I said, he lives in one of your plants. That's his home. He says there are others too. It's not just him. And he says the main thing for you at this point is that you are very clear and that you make very clear plans. Don't just jump into doing things, but start really think them through and write them out and plan as much as you can, not in the sense like that you now just start planning and never get to do what you want to do, but don't be rash about things, but just like to plan things and really think it through and then act on that. Because he says when you plan things out, they will manifest. It will be easier for you to actually manifest them and to get the results that you want. Basically, know like, okay, this is step 1, this is step 2 that I need to take, this is step 3, this is step 4, this is step 5, and then start doing it. He's really funny. Like, I don't think he means to be funny, but now he's like kind of like, he's still wearing his little top hat, and now he has like a cup of tea, and he like literally like his pinky goes like this, and he's drinking his tea and watching us.
Now I'm going to go outside and look at all my plants.
Yeah, do it. See which one it is. He comes over as like pretty British in some ways. He's here to help you do that. And he says, pay attention because he's going to send you more signs, and he will bring also people that can help you with setting up like this astrologer business. So pay attention when people come into your life who know things that you might not know that you still have to learn so that you can do this successfully. And he says he put coins into the plant, so like in the plant pot, because that will help you manifest money. And it's kind of like an offering to him and the others. Yeah, and he's kind of like a little bit like a business coach for you. Oh, let me ask if he has a name. Hard to catch. I know he's really funny, but he says he doesn't give a first name. He's like, I'm Mr. and then it starts with an S, Mr. Mr. Son, S-O-N. That's it.
Mr. Son.
Mr. Son. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope this helps, and I hope he helps you make lots of money with your astrology business. Yeah,
and going to all my plants now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, put like coins everywhere, and also it always helps to like talk to your plants and see them as beings that live with you rather than things. Nature spirits really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I thought it would be an ancestor. I'm kind of surprised that it's nature, but it's awesome.
Yeah, so like I said, sometimes we get surprised because we already know one or feel drawn to one, but then another one comes through. But usually the ones that we are already acquainted with, we kind of know their lessons in that sense. And so others that we didn't pay attention to and we haven't learned their lessons yet are the ones that step forward because they're like, well, this is what you need to know right now. You know the other stuff already.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming and good luck with your astrology business.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyone out there, if you need to get your astrology done, here, go to Teresa.
Here you go. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. We're over time already. Like I said earlier already, if you want a one-on-one reading, then there's this green button down here, and you can click on it and book a reading with me. And the one-on-one readings are 1 hour, and you get to ask as many questions as you want. And it's obviously in way more detail. And if you didn't get a reading today, I'm curious to hear if you had a takeaway that you learned from watching others get a reading. Like I said in the beginning, if you don't get a reading, still pay attention. If something resonates with you, take that as a message. So if that happened for you, let me know in the chat. I'm curious. I want to see. And like I said, if you want to book a one-on-one reading, click the button below or go directly to my website. You can find like in the menu, it says work with me and it's a drop-down button and then it says book a reading, I think. So you can find it there as well. Also, if you want to learn how to connect with your spirit guides yourself, you can check out my master course. This is a course that I did live 2 years ago, and you can get the recordings, and here's the link. And it's still all relevant. So yeah, if you want to learn how to connect with your guides yourself, this is how you can do it, by checking out the master course. All right, so Tasha says takeaways, so many: boundaries, skunk, trust my healing, coins in my plant pots. Yes, the coins in the plant pots, I'm going to do that too. Let's see. Marie-Helene says, thank you, Yamile. Really, resonated with me. Oh, I lost it. I don't know. Oh, here. It resonates with me a lot. Okay, so I'm guessing a few things resonated with you. Cynthia says, there were some phrases that make sense to me, like the silver lining in one of the first readings. Awesome. Lauren Rose also says, many things resonated with me from various readings. Oops. Casey says, I am from 2 German grandmothers and have a warrior spirit and have thought about writing books. Go to write your books. Definitely go for it. Here's a tip for anyone who wants to write a book. So here's how I did it. I bought a book called The Book You Were Born to Write by Kelly Notaros. Best investment ever. Not that it was a big investment, it's a book, but it's amazing. And it helped me write a proposal, because if you want to write a book and you want to get it published, you need to write a proposal. It's kind of like a business plan for a book. And even if you don't want to get it published traditionally, if you want to self-publish, write a proposal. It's so worth it. Because then you know, okay, this is what the book is going to be about. This is what's going to happen in chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you never have to sit down with just a white blank page and you don't know what to write about, because you have your proposal. So you look, okay, I'm going to write chapter 5 today, or start on writing chapter 5. You open your proposal and it says, this is going to go in chapter 5. And you're like, okay, and you have something to start with. Anyway, so the book is called The Book You Were Born to Write by Kelly Notaros. Amazing. Here, Tasha says, yes, I've got that book after you suggested it. My lifelong dream is to write a book, but I keep derailing it. Then go to Kelly Notaros' website, knliterary.com. They do writing retreats online. They do have writing groups. I did one. So then we met every week, and that gets you in gear. Or start your own writing group. Find some other people, 3, 4 others that also want to write, or even one person, and then just say, okay, we're going to meet every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on Zoom, and we don't chat, we just write. I did that too with a friend. Helps. Anyway, Diana says, thank you, Yamile. Oops, lost the message. She says, I feel the reading you did with the mom starting her own business and how it will benefit her as well definitely resonated with me. Lots of love. Thank you so much. And yes, you're welcome to book a reading with me as well. And then there's lots of messages about writing books. Awesome. Okay, Nancy, the book is called The Book You Were Born to Write by Kelly Notaros. Actually, let me write that in the chat real quick. The Book You Were Born to Write by Kelly Notaros. There you go. That's it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you have awesome holidays, whatever you're celebrating or not celebrating. And I will see you in 2 weeks, or Saturday, January 9th, when we're back and we're going to start doing the book club. I'll send an email out about that. You can also follow me on Instagram in the meantime. I'll put that in the chat as well. Come say hello, send me a DM, let me know that you're there. I will follow you back. And I'll see you in 2021. All right. Bye, guys.